Alrighty, folks, it's Farrell with Crowdsurfing down here at the Southtown Expo Center for GameCon. We just barely walked in the door. It's just starting to kick off. So let's walk around, talk to some people, and find out what it's all about. So we come to Salt Lake Gaming Con and we run into our buddy Dale. Dale, what are you doing down here?
Well, you know, been working with Salt Lake Gaming Con for last year, their first year, and this year, and we run the board game library. So we bring down our board game library, or part of it, and we run the whole open gaming section, and we're just helping them out and spreading the love of board games.
Where's the library card catalog? You know, actually, a lot of people don't have any idea what a card catalog is, do they?
No, they don't anymore. It's like, what? How do you use that?
Hi, Farrell.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Can you tell me what it is that you're doing down here?
Okay, well, my company is primarily a digital supplements for role-playing games, but we printed out some copies, and if you buy a copy today, you also get the digital copy delivered to you by email. These are for Mutants and Masterminds, Pathfinder, and 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons. My husband is also the head of the gaming, and so he is handling all of the Pathfinder games, the Pathfinder Society, the Dungeons & Dragons games, their organized play, and all of that area over there.
Alrighty, can I get your name?
Whit.
And you're down here with Nampa Auto Parts.
Correct.
I'm trying to figure out, what do gaming nerds and Nampa Auto Parts have in common?
Well, you know, they drive cars too.
Yep, they can't fix them. They're nerds. They're playing video games.
Napa know-how. That's why you go to Napa. We help you tell you how to do it. So
you're kind of like a wife.
Oh, that might be a stretch. That may be a stretch.
Oh, I mean the fact of telling you what to do.
Well, yeah, but we don't do it so forcefully.
So what kind of games you got down here today? You have a plethora.
Yeah, this is 60% of our library, so we have a little bit of everything. I mean, you know, where do you even start?
Sure. And I see you have assorted products for sale here.
Yeah, we do. And what are you wearing, man? I mean,
this is my style.
Painting your house or something?
Well, I got it. No one will paint it for me.
Oh my God.
There's a bleach stain here, though.
Oh my
you know?
gosh. I can't believe it. Here, let me hook you up. Oh. You're looking all ragged.
That's how I live. Is ragged.
Here,
Look,
get rid of that nasty shirt and that nasty hat. And put this stuff on.
So, you have the copies that you've printed out from the digital copies. What would be the difference between having a digital copy or a hard? Me, because I'm an old man, I would like a hard copy of something instead of digital. But what is the
Exactly. So we want to make sure that we're available for multi-generations. We generally have just the tabletop. They have their tablets with them. You know, the younger kids. But my husband and I were in our 40s now. We have teenage kids, and so we wanted to have both available.
We want to appeal to the millennials and the younger generation, and certainly we want to show that we're relevant in that regard. And you know, our stores are an opportunity for them to come in and have knowledgeable people help them fix their cars and deal with things like that. And so we have our racing experience set up here, which kind of ties into Napa Racing. And so we just thought it was a good opportunity to, you know, enter this arena.
I'm just gonna put.
Look good.
Thank you. I'm just gonna put the shirt over my shirt, because if I take my shirt off and I expose my ripped abs, we'll have ladies running all over.
Wants that.
Okay.
I think that there's a code for that. We're supposed to talk on the walkie-talkie while someone's taking their clothes off.
They take that serious. You go to jail and everything for that. From what I hear. Oh, and a hat.
Yeah, and a hat.
Oh, well, why am I wearing this hat then? Look at this.
There you go.
Do I look?
Now you look more presentable.
Do I look better to me with my glasses on?
You look more presentable
I
for
look
the convention.
very good.
The nice thing with the digital copies is you can search for what you're looking for, whereas the paper copies, you can mark them up however you want.
Perfect. All righty. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
You know, actually, I probably shouldn't say anything bad about nerds, because you hear a lot of these older guys who used to work on cars. Their big excuse now is, I can't work on them. There's too much computer stuff on them. I ain't about to do that. So now you say, well, grab one of them nerds and take him over and show you how to fix that computer.
You know what? All these new cars have computers on them, all kinds of computers. So if you're into that, then this should be right down your alley.
Exactly. You can grab your grandpa and say, look, it's really not as tough as you like to think it is.
Absolutely, yeah. You know, you come on in and we'll be able to help the person that's that's lucky to know what color their car is to the person that's an expert and knows how to repair them professionally. So, yeah, I mean, we can cover all bases.
Right on. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, speaking of SaltCon, you guys getting ready for next year?
Oh yeah, we're booked for next year already. So it's
Already booked.
Oh yeah, it's the first weekend in March, the 2nd through the 5th. So we're doing 4 days this year, and we're not raising the price for the full convention pass. So it's still going to be the same $50 pre-registration price, and you get a complete extra day.
That's why I don't run events like that, because I'd soak people for every nickel I could get out of them.
Well, we try to keep it a good value. You know, we got to pay the cost, but we also want people to be able to attend. You know, it's really not about making money.
About playing games.
Yep. About playing games and having fun.
All righty, can I get your guys' names?
I'm Kimber. I'm Corinne.
And what exactly is it that you guys are doing?
We are advertising for sci-fi speed dating. It's really fun. It's just the guys get in a circle, girls get in a circle. You talk for about 5 minutes each and just get their phone number if you want. But anyway,
Really?
yeah.
All righty, can I get your guys' names?
Kyle.
Gabriel?
Nick.
Can you tell me, you have like all these old video games that nobody plays anymore. What's up with that?
That's not true. Actually, the retro gaming market is huge. It's a huge community throughout the United States, throughout the world. And what we're doing today is we've got Utah Retro Gaming Expo. There's expos in Phoenix, Portland, Southern California, Wisconsin, Texas, and we started a group, Utah Retro Gamers, about 3 years ago.
How many people did you end up with last year? Because there was a lot of people there.
There was a lot. We had 1,142, which is a huge increase because the previous year we had 850. Yeah.
Next year, 2,200.
We're capping it at 1,400 because the convention center wasn't quite prepared for us to expand farther than that. So we're limited on room, and we want to make sure there's enough room for everybody. That's one of our big things, and a lot of people this last year were very happy that it wasn't crowded. You know, we want to keep it so it's not crowded.
You know, I envision that as like a junior high stomp where the boys all line up on one side and the girls line up on the other, and music's playing and nobody talks. Because, I mean, saying someone's a nerd now is cool, right? So nerds are like socially awkward, are they?
It depends on the nerd, really. Okay, I know I can be awkward, but I'm a nerd.
So you're all right?
Yeah.
We're up to 350 people, and it's just outgrown my basement. I can only fit 60 people at my house, and so next spring, summer, we're going to be doing Utah Retro Gaming Expo. We're just trying to figure out how big it is and how many people are going to show up. So Salt Lake Gaming Con was nice enough to give us a booth and ask us to bring out some of our cool stuff to show off, and we're giving away a Nintendo.
Isn't it? Aren't a lot of these games hard to come by anymore?
Some of them, I mean, a lot of people ask about Gold Card Zelda. They made 4 million of them. Some of the worst games, they made very limited copies. Some of the stuff in the case over there, you'll never see again. There's games in there that for a single Nintendo game are over $1,000.
For a Nintendo, like the cartridge?
Single Nintendo game.
You gotta blow on it and smack the top of it and make it work?
That's how it works.
So I'm not the only one that's had that problem then.
No, everybody says my Nintendo doesn't work. The first thing you ask is if you blow in it.
Well, and it was cool too because people were like playing games and teaching everybody how to play the game. So if you know how to play a game, you go talk to somebody and say, hey, how do I play this? And they're more than happy to show you how.
Yeah, and we get a ton of volunteers, so that's one of the things that differ. I go to a lot of board game conventions around the country, and one of our biggest differences is, you know, we had 150 or more volunteers last year, and the majority of them, they teach games. We make them teach games. Their volunteer position is game teacher. So they walk around looking for people that are looking for a teacher and stuff like that, or teach our hot game section. So we want people to come and be able to, you know, be taught a game instead of have to sit down with the rule book and try to read through it and learn, because nobody likes that.
Well, hey, if you need a slapjack teacher next year, I'm your man. Thanks so much for talking with me.
I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Well, you know, must not be too awkward. They have you walking around with a sci-fi speed dating banner.
Not too awkward. It's pretty fun, and I get to talk to awesome people. Okay, people want my picture taken all the time. It's fun.
Handsome guys with television cameras.
Yeah.
I appreciate your charity. Thank you. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much for talking with me. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So I see all these games, but you know, like when the Atari 2600 was like the game to have. My mom
In the world.
Yeah. My mom went and bought me a Magnavox Odyssey 2, and I don't see one here.
We had to be kind of specific. We tried to put with the older stuff that was important. We put the 2600 in. There's a Fairchild Channel F, which was the very first cartridge-based system, and it was actually made in Utah by Fairchild Semiconductor. We tried to, with the older stuff, put the stuff that was either first or significant. Odyssey 2, I hate to say it, it wasn't the best.
I wasn't even cool back then. I thought maybe as I got older, but it didn't happen. Alrighty, can I get your guys' names?
I am the doctor.
Electra.
And what exactly is it that you're... It's blank. There's nothing in it.
The psychic paper doesn't appear to be working with you.
Oh, wait. Alrighty, can I get your name?
I'm Draven with the Umbrella Corporation Utah Hive.
And you guys... I know you guys go around different events and promote charities. Is it the Fallen Officers Memorial, or do you do other ones? That was just one that you happened to do when I talked to you last time.
Our main charity we do is the Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, but in certain occasions we will do other charities. We have helped with Toys for Tots, we have helped with Make-A-Wish, quite a few different other ones as well.
I would imagine most people is probably the Nintendo Entertainment System they identify with best. That's why you have the controller.
It all depends on when they were born. If they're a kid from the late 90s, they come up and they want to play N64. PlayStation 1 was huge, changed the world. It's every single generation has that console that meant something to them.
So can you tell me a little bit about what it is that you guys are doing down here?
Yes, we represent Heroic, which is a local charity cosplaying group, and today we're raising funds.
I was going to say, I see you have a whole bunch of Ariel crowns,
There's a couple Tangled as well. There's a few Rapunzel ones.
but mostly Ariel.
Yeah, mostly Ariel. One of our members works at Del Sol, and they donated a ton of tiaras that we could give out.
Oh, I was going to be either Ariel really stinks and nobody likes her, or they just make a whole bunch of extra ones.
We handed some out at Comic-Con as well, so these are the boxes we opened up, but we had other princesses in the other boxes. They were all just kind of clumped.
And I see you guys in the middle of summer wearing all this gear. Holy smokes, what is wrong with you?
We're a little crazy.
Don't know any better?
Nope, but it's real fun, so.
Do you guys ever in parades or anything like that at all?
Last summer we were in the Roy Days parade, actually. Yeah, we were helping out another group for that, so.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much for talking with me.
Yep, thank you.
So, alrighty, so you guys got a web page or a Facebook page or something where somebody can look at this?
Absolutely. Check out UtahRetroGamingExpo.com. Also, like us on Facebook, Utah Retro Gaming Expo. Join the group Utah Retro Gamers. But Utah Retro Gaming Expo will have all the updates as soon as we have a venue locked in, and also dates for our upcoming expo. That's where you'll be able to find it, Utah Retro Gaming Expo.
So what kind of charities do you guys support?
We do a lot of work with the Muscular Dystrophy Association, Toys for Tots, Make-A-Wish Foundation, libraries.
Do you guys have a website or a Facebook page or something if someone's interested in?
Yes, we do. It is Heroic Utah.
Heroic Utah, and that's just a web page?
Yeah, that's our Facebook page, or our website is heroicinc.org.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty, can I get your name?
Pope.
I was going to say, why the Pope?
I am with the Belagarth Fighters, foam weapon fighters. We do live action combat, and that's what I dress as. I dress as the Pope.
So you don't have to fight anybody then?
Oh, yes, I am. Yes,
They make the Pope fight.
Oh, the Pope makes himself fight.
Oh, there you go. What is your favorite game of all the games out there? New, old?
You should ask all three of us. I know mine's different. My favorite game is a game called Guerrilla War for the original Nintendo. It was just a favorite when I was a little kid. It was only about 3 years ago I found out that in Japan it was called Guevara, because you actually play as Che Guevara and Fidel Castro. But they didn't want America to know that, so they renamed it Guerrilla War for the American market. It's a $6 game in America, about a $100 game in Japan. But that's my favorite.
Buy a bunch in America and go to Japan.
Well, no, the Famicom version is worth more than the Nintendo version.
You need paper, scissors. Oh, man. Oh, man. What is this, best 2 out of 3? $10? $10 is hardly an incentive. Maybe if it was like a 12-pack of, well, never mind. $10 is a good deal. So is that like a way to defend yourself better because people are afraid to hit the Pope?
No, I just thought it'd be funny.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm the Pope and I got a sword and I'm going to hit you with it.
Yes, exactly. And then they hit me back, and there are often games where it's kill the Pope.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. What about what's your favorite game ever? Oh, he's got the cartridge. Battletoads. You know what? I remember that game and I hated it.
You know, so few people.
That's probably why I hated it. Yeah.
And once you learn it, you can beat it, and it's a ton of fun. It just takes practice and perseverance, which I had neither of as a kid.
Yeah, me either. All right, what about you?
Two-way tie. I also have a cartridge here. First Mega Man on NES or Earthbound, Super Nintendo.
Can I get your name?
I'm Matt with the Utah Honda dealers.
And what do you guys, $10?
We are having a rock, scissors, paper contest, okay? It's the winner that gets $10. We have 10 people get in a circle, rock, scissors, paper, winner gets $10. All you have to do is like our Facebook page and you can be in it.
Really?
Yep.
God, $10, that's pretty good. Maybe I'd do $100. I bet you more people.
We're doing $50. So every 2 hours, we're doing a grand championship. Every one of the 4 remaining contestants from each can come back for the $50 grand championship.
So, did they ever knock your hat off, though?
I can't actually fight with the hat. It won't stay on while I fight.
Maybe your hat has some kind of special powers. You got to find a way to put a string underneath it or something.
Right. Yeah, the tassets or whatever.
Yeah. All righty, man. Well, thank you so much for talking with me.
You're welcome. And yeah, go by Belagarth. Sword fighting, you can try it as much as you want.
I'll get beat up.
Yeah, but everyone gets beat up at first.
All right, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
There was only one arcade game I was ever to beat my whole life, and it was Heavy Barrel. And they used to have it for the, but it wasn't nearly as good as a corn operator.
Yeah, a lot of the times arcade games weren't as good. You did have companies like Neo Geo where the arcade was the exact same as the home system. It wasn't until about PlayStation that the home system caught up with the arcade systems. But a lot of Utah people collect arcades as well. I've got 6 at my house in my basement and a very understanding wife.
I remember there was some people that lived down the street from me and they had ColecoVision, and that was the coolest thing ever. If you had ColecoVision, you was
Rogers on Coleco was my first love of video games. First thing I owned that I loved.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
$50 paper, rock, scissor. Are there, a lot of people that compete, they look for gray areas in the rules. You guys got any kind of gray areas there?
No.
Like when somebody makes something up that doesn't go on the rock, paper, scissors, you throw them out?
We do have a bouncer. That's him.
Is it?
So you better watch out.
Not only is he big, he's handsome, right?
Yep.
All right, look, I ran into the world famous Fix-It Felix. That's who you are, correct?
Yes.
So, why Fix-It Felix?
It's just probably one of the many cosplays I could do so easily, alongside the 11th Doctor and Luke Skywalker.
So you do more than just one?
Yes.
Alrighty, can I get your name?
My name's Shannon. My cosplay name's Pannon up here.
I'm Melissa, but I go by Garnet Runestar.
So you guys into cosplay? I have a daughter who wants to get into cosplay.
Awesome.
She's 14. What kind of advice would you have for somebody who's trying to get into it?
Make sure it's something you're going to have fun with. It's definitely a hobby you can learn a lot with and make a lot of friends through. So just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Most of all, have fun.
You probably have to have a sewing machine, though, don't you?
Not necessarily. I mean, some people buy their cosplays. We personally like to make them and study the craft. So having a sewing machine definitely helps.
Okay, can I get your guys' names?
I'm Shelby Sador. Des Creepclaw.
DC Doll.
And can you guys tell me exactly what it is that you're doing?
Living life to the fullest.
Autographing pictures?
We are a cosplay crafting club. We specialize in crafting, costume making, and we want to teach everyone about it. So we're here to showcase our work and talk to people that have questions.
Alrighty, I'm here with the world famous Dan Farr, and Dan.
A little bit of exaggeration there, but thank you for being nice. You guys are always so flattering.
Well, we have to be because we're not allowed many places. You're one of the few that let us come around. So
oh yeah,
we got to be nice.
Well, hey, we're all kind of birds of a feather here. So yeah.
So Gaming Con, how did you end up with Gaming Con?
Well, we saw just the fun draw with the fans and the excitement around Gaming Con, and it was just an opportunity for us to leverage the following that we have and use that to help promote the event, and hopefully we're going to see how it all works out. I think it's going to be pretty crowded as the days go on.
What is your favorite cosplay to do?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Lots of cosplays are pretty cool. Either this one, my Fix-It Felix, my Fix-It Felix one, which is this one. 11th Doctor and my Jedi cosplay.
Yeah, you can do all kinds. So what about you? What kind of advice would you have?
Don't be afraid to be a beginner. I see a lot of people that they see the giant ball gowns, they see the armor, and they get nervous that they can't make that. But you can. You just have to be ready to launch in and just go for it. Try it.
It's like anything else. You got to start out small. It's not like the first day you did it, you went and collected all this stuff.
Absolutely.
It takes a year or two.
It really does. It's years of work, but like you'll get there. And if you care about it enough, you'll continue to improve.
And then you can come to cons and have goofy guys ask you dumb questions, right?
Exactly. And come play at the cosplay contest.
Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Say, there's some pretty cool stuff here. It's early still, but
yeah.
I mean, like the retro gaming guys, and that was really cool. I've never seen that before.
Well, the thing is Jake Williams, the founder of Gaming Con, he's the one that put together everything. So really the content of the event, we haven't really had a chance to participate in anything to make that happen. So really the credit goes to Salt Lake Gaming Con founders and the staff that were already in place to put together what you see here now.
Are you guys local, or are you from out of town? Where are you guys from?
We're local.
Salt Lake area. Yeah. So you guys got a web page? Because I was just telling these other girls, I have a daughter. She's 14, and she wants to do cosplay. So she's like, I got a sewing machine. I got to learn how to sew. So is there like a website or something that they could look into and see what that's about?
Facebook and Instagram. Cosplay Crafting Club at both of them.
On both Facebook and Instagram, and they can get into this.
Yeah, just send us a message or ask us questions, and we'll do our best to answer them.
What is, because I have no idea, what is 11th Doctor?
He's one of the characters from Doctor Who.
Oh, that's why I would know. I have no nothing of Doctor Who. I think I'm the only person in the world who's never heard of Doctor Who.
That 1% or something that doesn't know about it.
All righty, man. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I appreciate your time.
You too.
So just mix this with Comic-Con, and they both just help each other out, and they both get bigger.
Right. Our effort was to come in and just promote the show, and just because it happened a week ago, and so for us, from that time, we didn't have much time to do anything else.
All right. Well, you're probably really busy, so I appreciate you talking with me.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that's going to do it for me down here at Salt Lake Gaming Con. If you get a chance, come down and check it out. Some really cool stuff, all kinds of things to see.